You may have seen this in a previous episode.
As you can see here, there are different styles of brushes. This one has more of a fan type of hair knot, and this one has more of a light bulb type of hair knot. Some people say that one performs better than the other, and others say, no, this one performs better than this one. Sorry, you're kind of on your own for this.
However, that's not the case with method shaving. This light bulb shaped brush will not work nearly as well as this flatter fan shaped brush, and this purpose-built brush by Ashanti will work the best. Now that doesn't mean that some brushes will not work at all, but larger, flatter brushes will definitely work better in method shaving than other brushes. Whipping up a batch of method shaving mix will also require a shave cube and some shaving paste. A new Hydrolast product called Activator will also be used. Activator is a blend of oils, mainly palm oil, and although it's not required for creating the mix, it will make the end result a little more luxurious. Generating a mix for method shaving isn't too different than making a batch of traditional lather. The brush is saturated or primed with soap from the cube, some activator is added, and the brush is primed again, Hydrolast paste is applied, and everything is mixed together. However, there are some subtleties to the process. Let's take a look at generating mix with each of the three types of brushes. Here is a light bulb shaped brush. Let's stop for a moment. See that large bowl-shaped opening in the middle? That's an area called the breech in method shaving terminology. The breech is critical to a successful method shaving mix, as it depends on a very wet environment for all the ingredients to combine properly. If too much water drains from the inside of the brush, it creates a condition called dry breech, and it will require a much longer time to generate a proper mix. This is about as good as it's going to get for the moment, so let's close the breech, apply some activator, and continue to prime the brush. By the way, the soapy lather generated by the cube in this way is called slag in method shaving terminology. After the brush has been fully saturated with slag from the cube, a dollop of Hydrolast paste is applied to the open breech of the brush, then the breech is gently closed by hand. This brush generated an acceptable mix after about 3 minutes of lathering, a fairly long time as lathering goes. An alternative in this case is to use your fingers to apply Hydrolast paste to the face, then use the primed brush to finish lathering. Next we'll try generating mix with a fan-shaped brush. Notice that the breech is smaller in this brush compared to the light bulb-shaped brush, and you can actually see a little water in the middle, indicating that the brush will lose much less water while it's mixing. You'll notice that this brush will start to generate slag much more quickly compared to the first brush. By the way, the speed and efficiency of a brush to absorb, hold, and release shaving mix is referred to as velocity in method shaving terminology. This brush has a higher velocity compared to the previous brush. Once again, the activator is applied, and the brush is primed again with the cube. Finally, paste is added, and the brush is primed with the cube once more. A good mix is ready to go here in about 1.5 minutes, compared with almost 3 minutes from the lower velocity brush. Finally, let's look at the high-velocity, purpose-built brush offered by Ashanti specifically for method shaving, although it can be used for traditional shaving as well. Notice how the breech is almost completely closed compared to the other two brushes. This is partly due to the design, where the brush is more dense towards the middle and less dense towards the outside. You can see how quickly the brush is primed here. Again, paste is added and ingredient combining is completed. In this case, it took just over a minute to create a really good method shaving mix. Here's a comparison of the final product between the bulb-shaped brush, the fan-shaped brush, and the Brushmaster brush. When you're actually lathering on the face, you want to be relatively aggressive with your brush work. Also, you may notice that method shave mix is a little looser than traditional shave lather. If you notice a little mix slowly running down your neck, lift the brush off your face and place the open breech directly over the run. Then just scoop it up and continue lathering. Now you're ready to start shaving, but that's another episode.